You have tried different cuts over the years, and somehow, something still feels off every time you look in the mirror. You cannot quite name it, but you feel it. Let's fix that together, because your natural elegance, those beautiful cheekbones, and those stunning eyes deserve a haircut that finally does them justice. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we are covering 5 specific haircuts that lift, brighten, and genuinely make you look years younger. And by part 3, you will want to pause this video and call your stylist. I mean it. We are going through each cut, what it does for your face, what to avoid, and exactly what to ask for instead. And the very first one? It is the cut most women over 50 are getting completely wrong. Let's go. Part 1. The soft layered bob, your face's best friend. Have you ever walked out of the salon feeling like something is missing? Even though the cut is technically fine, that quiet disappointment has a name. And today we are fixing it. The soft layered bob is one of the most transformative haircuts available to women over 50. And yet most women either get it wrong or avoid it entirely because they think it will look too plain. It will not. Here is what ages you. A one-length blunt bob with no layering. When hair sits flat and uniform against your jaw, it drags the eye downward. It actually pulls your face down with it. That single-length line sitting at the jaw creates weight where you do not need weight. And it strips out the softness that makes your face look rested and radiant. The fix is internal layering. Your stylist removes weight from underneath and through the mid-lengths, leaving the surface smooth and full. This is not the same as choppy layers that look thin. Internal layers create movement without bulk, and movement is what makes a woman look alive. Honestly, this is the one cut I wish someone had whispered to me years ago, because the difference between a flat bob and a layered one is not subtle. It is the difference between looking tired and looking 20 minutes fresh. If you are still wearing a blunt jaw-length bob with no layering, swap it for a soft layered bob that hits just below the jaw or at the collarbone. The length change alone shifts your entire silhouette. A beveled edge at the ends, where the hair is cut slightly under rather than straight across, adds a small curve that softens the whole shape. Ask your stylist for a beveled finish. For words, that is your maintenance tip. This is the one that made a close friend stop mid-sentence at dinner and ask what on earth I had done. She booked her appointment the next morning. Your bone structure has always been this stunning. A soft layered bob is simply the first cut that lets the world see it. Coming up in part 2, we are talking about the haircut that is supposed to be low maintenance but is quietly aging you by years, and most women have no idea it is happening. Part 2, the shattered fringe bob. Stop playing it too safe. Most women over 50 are playing it too safe with their haircut. And playing it safe is aging you faster than any bold choice ever would. The shattered fringe bob is the cut that women look at on someone else and think, I could never pull that off. You can. And once you understand why it works, you will wonder why you waited. Here is what is aging you. A heavy, blunt, straight across fringe. When fringe sits like a solid curtain across your forehead, it shortens your face vertically and adds visual weight to the top of your head. On women over 50, this has the effect of compressing your features, making your eyes look smaller and your forehead look lower. Shattered fringe is different. It is cut in a way that creates soft, irregular breaks across the brow line. Not uniform, not blunt, but lived in and effortless. Point cutting and razored ends are the techniques your stylist uses. The result is fringe that diffuses light across your forehead rather than blocking it. Your eyes appear lifted. Your face opens up. This one is everything. There is one specific detail that changes everything about how shattered fringe reads on your face. And it is something most women, and a surprising number of stylists, overlook completely. The fringe must be connected. It cannot be a separate piece sitting on top of your forehead like an accessory. Your stylist needs to blend it into the sides of the bob, so it flows as one shape. Disconnected fringe reads as a hairstyle. Connected fringe reads as a face frame. And that is an entirely different result. If you are still wearing a blunt full fringe with no texture, swap it for shattered point cut fringe that grazes the brow bone with soft irregular breaks. The difference on camera, and in the mirror, is immediate. For maintenance, ask your stylist to refresh the point cutting on your fringe every 4 to 5 weeks. Blunt regrowth is what ages this cut. Keeping the texture alive keeps you looking fresh. That one appointment is worth every minute. This is the cut that a woman in her early 60s came to me about. She had been avoiding fringe her entire adult life. 3 weeks after getting shattered fringe, she told me she had not looked this like herself in 15 years. I believe it. Part 3 is next, and we are covering the cut that stylists quietly recommend above every other option for women over 50. Most women have never even heard the name. Part 3, the soft shag, the cut that stylists whisper about. There is one haircut that keeps coming up in conversations between stylists, quietly, professionally, consistently, as the single most flattering option for women over 50. It is the soft shag. And the reason most women have not tried it yet is one simple misunderstanding. They think it is a 70s throwback. It is not. The modern soft shag is entirely different. Here is what is aging you. A haircut with no volume at the crown and all the weight sitting at the ends. When hair is heavy at the bottom and flat at the top, it creates a shape that reads as drooping. And drooping is the one visual cue that signals age faster than anything else. Your face needs lift at the top, not at the jaw. The soft shag builds volume exactly where you need it. Connection layers. Layers that travel from the crown through the midsection to the ends, create lift at the roots and movement through the length. Your crown looks full. Your ends look effortless. And your face, from every angle, looks lifted. Curtain fringe is the element that makes the modern soft shag different from anything your mother wore. It parts softly at the center, falls on either side of your face, and creates a natural frame that draws every eye straight to your features. Your natural elegance sits right at the center of the frame, every single time. Honestly, this is the cut I recommend above everything else when someone tells me they feel invisible. Because the soft shag does not just change your hair, it changes your presence. You walk into a room differently. If you are still wearing a cut that sits flat at the crown and heavy at the ends, swap it for a soft shag with connection layering and curtain fringe. Ask your stylist specifically for those two elements. Use those exact words. For maintenance, diffuse your roots on medium heat after washing. Do not let the crown dry flat. 2 minutes of diffusing at the root is the difference between a soft shag that looks intentional and one that looks tired. That is your one tip. Use it. Yes, that's simple. There is one detail about the soft shag that most women do not discover until their second or third appointment. And when they do, they never go back to anything else. Part 4 is coming, and we are talking about the one shortcut that women over 50 are almost universally getting wrong. If you have ever considered going shorter, you need this before your next appointment. Part 4, the tapered pixie with softness. Go short the right way. You have thought about going short, maybe for years, and something keeps stopping you. A quiet fear that short hair will make you look older, not younger. That fear is based on a specific mistake. And once you know what it is, it disappears. The tapered pixie with softness is not the pixie your grandmother wore. It is not box-shaped, it is not severe, and it is not masculine. It is sculptural, feminine, and remarkably flattering on women over 50, when it is done right. Here is what is aging you. A pixie with a hard, blunt outline. When a pixie is cut with a rigid perimeter, a sharp line at the ears, a blunt edge at the nape, it creates a geometric silhouette that emphasizes jaw heaviness and adds visual weight to the sides of the face. The shape reads as solid rather than soft, and solid reads as aged. The fix is a tapered nape and soft side pieces. A tapered nape means the hair at the back of your neck graduates to nothing, not cut straight across but faded into the skin naturally. This lightens the entire back of your head and makes your neck look longer. Longer neck reads as younger. Every time. Soft side pieces are the second element. Small sections of hair left at the temples and cheekbones, left slightly longer than the rest, create a face frame even on very short hair. These pieces soften the outline of your pixie from a geometric shape into something organic and feminine. Honestly, the tapered pixie with softness is the bravest cut on this list. And it consistently produces the most dramatic results. The women who go for it almost never go back. If you are wearing a blunt rigid pixie with no tapering, swap it for a tapered pixie with a graduated nape and soft temple pieces. Ask your stylist for a tapered nape and face framing side sections. That is the exact language that gets you the right result. For maintenance, the nape needs a touch-up every 3 to 4 weeks to keep that clean graduation. Let it grow out and you lose the very thing that makes this cut special. There is one technique your stylist can add to the top of a tapered pixie. It takes less than 5 minutes, and it creates the illusion of a full crown even on the finest hair. We are covering that in the next part. Part 5 is the final cut on our list, and it might be the most surprising one. It looks deceptively simple, but the way it interacts with your face shape after 50 is extraordinary. Part 5, the graduated bob with root shadow, the quiet game changer. You have seen this cut on women who look effortlessly polished and never quite been able to name what they are doing differently. They are not spending more time on their hair. They are not using different products. They are wearing a graduated bob, and they asked for one specific addition. Here is what is aging you. A bob that is the same length all the way around. When hair sits at the same level at the front and the back, it creates a horizontal line that draws the eye side to side across your face. Horizontal reads as wide. Wide reads as heavy. And heavy reads as older. A graduated bob is longer at the front and shorter at the back. The back is stacked, meaning the hair at the nape is shorter and builds in length as it moves toward the jaw. This creates a diagonal line that leads the eye upward. Upward reads as lifted, and lifted reads as younger. It is that direct. The addition that changes everything is a root shadow. A root shadow is a subtle darkening at the roots, just 2 to 3 shades deeper than your overall color. That creates the illusion of density and volume at the crown. When your roots appear fuller, your whole head of hair appears fuller. And full hair is the universal signal of vitality and youth. Honestly, root shadow is the thing I tell every woman who complains about her hair looking flat. It is not a color overhaul. It is a 4-minute addition at the end of your appointment. 4 minutes. That is it. If you are still wearing a one-length bob with no graduation and a uniform color root to end, swap it for a graduated bob with a stacked nape and ask your colorist for a root shadow. 2 requests. 1 appointment. The difference in the mirror will stop you in your tracks. For maintenance, a root shadow lasts 6 to 10 weeks before it needs refreshing, which means you are not in the salon every month. It is genuinely low effort for a result that looks anything but. This is the one. This is the cut and the color technique that makes women stop, look at themselves in a shop window, and actually smile. Not out of vanity, out of recognition. The feeling of finally looking like yourself again. Those beautiful eyes of yours deserve to be the first thing anyone sees when you walk into a room. A graduated bob with root shadow makes absolutely certain that they are. You just learned 5 specific haircuts, and the exact techniques that make each one work, that most women spend years trying to figure out alone. You now know what ages a cut and precisely what to ask your stylist to change. You did not just watch a video. You changed how you will look at your next appointment. Boom. Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now your hair finally shows it. Tell me in the comments, which of these 5 cuts are you most excited to try first? And be honest, were you making one of these mistakes without realizing it? Next time, we are tackling the one color mistake that is quietly adding 10 years to your face, and it has nothing to do with going gray. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.